Hi, and welcome back to Musicians Edition Practice with Me for Flute. I'm your teacher, Risa, and today we're working in the Rubank Intermediate Method for Flute. Today we're on page 32, and we're going to be looking at abbreviations. All right, so I'm not going to lie, I haven't seen these abbreviations outside of this book. That's not to say they don't exist, though. Okay, so just be aware that there might be some sheet music, but this is not something we're heavily going to see in everyday use. But anywho, let's take a look at the abbreviations, okay? So as written, we have the 1 slashes. That's what this whole top line is, 1 slash. Okay, so when it's just what looks like a quarter note with 1 slash, it is played as an 8th note. Okay, and then we have the whole note with the slash, and it has the 8th notes. Okay, so basically whatever that is, it's being broken up all into 8th notes. And same thing with the 6/8 time. As you can see there on that last measure there, it is 6/8 time, and you have the dotted half note, but then when it's written out, it's all the 8ths. Okay, so let's go ahead and play this. Let's look at the bottom part. Okay, we'll stop for three. We'll stop right before the 3/4. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we're going to play the same thing, except we're going to look at how it is written. Okay, so we're going to be sounding the same, just looking at it differently. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Excellent. All right, same thing with the 3/4. Okay, so obviously our dotted half note is for 3 beats, so we're going to break all those 3 beats up into half notes. Okay, so playing the bottom one and looking at it. Okay, and then playing it as the way it looks on the top. Okay, and then the 6/8 time works the same way. Okay, we're going to just be treating them as if they're also the 8th notes. So let's play that bottom one. Okay, now let's play it the same way as the way that it's actually written. Excellent job. All right, so 1 slash equals 8th notes. All right, looking at number 2 though, 2 slashes means 16ths, okay? So take a moment to see what they kind of look like, what they mean. All right, so basically as is, a quarter note, 1 beat, 4 16th notes, right? Same thing with 2. We just want to fill that whole space up, okay? So let's go ahead and play it as played, just so we can see, and then we'll play it as written, okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now let's play it as written. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Excellent. It's a little difficult there on that dotted quarter, but still 1 E and a 2 E and a, right? So it's still the same. All right, let's go ahead and move on to the abbreviation studies. So now we're going to actually play it with different notes and key signatures and all that kind of jazz. So looking at exercise number 3. First, let's take a look. What is in our key signature? 2 sharps, F sharp and C sharp. Okay, what is our time signature? 2/4. Okay, take a moment and take a look at our notes here. Are they going to be played as 8th notes, or are they going to be played as 16th notes? These ones are going to be played as 8th notes, but take a note that not all of them are 8th notes, okay? So like in our first measure, for example, our first one starts with the abbreviation, and then we're actually playing a quarter note, okay? So let's go ahead and give this a try. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. excellent job. Let's go ahead, do it again. We're going to speed it up. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. Excellent job. Let's do it one more time, even faster. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, excellent job. So if you were confused on any of those, just pay attention to where the slash is on the stem. If you don't see the slash, then it's held for its regular standard version. Now, you might be asking, why the heck are there even abbreviations? Well, you have to remember back in like the 18th century, long time ago, before we had computers and typewriters, things were written out by hand, okay? Could you imagine how obnoxious it would be if you had a lot of 16th notes? Even these 8th notes, if you had like a whole bunch of them. It's going to be a pain in the butt, especially if they're all on the same note, because these abbreviations will always be on the same note, okay? They're not going to be moving around. They will always be on the same note. So that gets really tedious. So why would we use them today even? Well, it also gets a little tedious reading, if we were reading that whole note for all 16th notes. It's kind of a pain in the butt, it's messy, and if you were using a lot of 16th notes, wouldn't you rather have 4 pages of sheet music versus 8? Yeah, so it still can be useful. It's all about just consolidating and saving space and saving time, and it makes it a little easier to read. So that's why they have abbreviations. All right, moving on. Number 4. Take a look at our key signature. What happened? We lost a sharp, so now we only have F sharp. Still in 2/4. Take a look at our dashes or our abbreviations now. Are all of them the 8th notes or all of them the 16th notes, or do we have a combination of them? What is happening? There's a combination of them. So our first note hit is 16th to an actual quarter. Notice there's not the slash in it, okay? Then we have the same thing, the 2 slashes, so 16ths to a regular quarter, 16ths to then an 8th. Okay, see how we have the 2 slashes, then the following note is a 1 slash in measure 3. So we have to pay attention to how many slashes we have. All right, let's go ahead and give this a try, nice and slow, and then we'll speed it up. Okay, ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. Excellent job. These can be really helpful to play along with the metronome. Okay, so if you don't want to count the full 1E and a 2, 3E and a 4, right? If you just use the metronome, just know things change on that beat. 1E and a da, da 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 da, da 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 da, right? All right, so we'll use the metronome this round. Let's do 80, beat 2. There we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. See how it's easier when there is the beat? Da 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 da, da 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 da, da 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 da. Okay? Makes it a lot easier, at least in my opinion. Let's do it one more time with the metronome. Let's make this faster. Let's go for, I guess, 92. My metronome's a little funky here. Okay. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, excellent job. Let's go ahead and take a look at number 5, okay? Key signature has changed. What do we have going on? We now have three sharps, okay? F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp, okay? Take a look at our time signature. Now it is 6/8 times, okay? So now we're gonna have those eighth notes there. It's going to be the set of three, okay? All right, let's go ahead and give this a try. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, excellent job. So you can see it just kind of replaces that space. All right, so let's do it again. Let's speed it up. We're ready? Let's actually put the metronome back on, okay? Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, excellent job. See, even here, the metronome helps because the 6/8, we would put our metronomes on for 2, okay? And a lot of things just change on the beat. Okay, let's speed it up just a little bit more and let's do it again. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, excellent job. Now, if you struggled with that one's a little trickier with it being in 6/8 time and a little bit tricky with those higher notes and those sharps. So if you ever feel overwhelmed by just that, simplify it first, okay? So play it as if we didn't even see the slashes. Right, and then start adding in the articulation once you really get comfortable with where things change, fingerings, that kind of stuff, okay? Because all you're doing is just breaking up the same note, right? This A is it's still A, it's just broken up. That's all, just articulations is what it comes down to. Okay, moving on to exercise number 6. Take a look at our key signature. What do we have? We're down to 1 flat, B flat, okay? Take a look at our time signature. What do we have? Down to 3, okay? So it gets a little tricky with 3 sometimes, but I know we can do it. All right, let's go ahead and use the metronome for this one. Ready? We'll do it at 60. 1, 2, 3. All right, excellent job. Okay, let's go ahead and speed that up. I did that one really slow for some reason. All right, I'm doing 84. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, excellent job. So you can see how it is just articulation. Let's go ahead and do it one more time. Let's speed it up even more. We're gonna go to 96 this time. Ready? 1, 2, 3. All right, excellent job. Let's go ahead and move on to exercise 7 now. Still in the same key signature, but our time signature changed back over to 6/8 time, okay? So let's go ahead and we'll take a look real quick, see which ones are 16ths and which ones are more of 8ths, okay? Yeah, it's gonna be a little tricky, but we got this. All right, let's go ahead and give this a try. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, excellent job. So just There towards the end, you just gotta pay attention and make sure everything fits within its appropriate space. Okay, so let's use our metronomes. It helps tremendously, okay? We'll slow this down. There we go. 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, excellent job. Hopefully that makes more sense where things are supposed to align. If you still get kind of confused, just like what pianists do, they'll just put a little mark where the beat lands, and then that'll help you see, you know, you hit here, here, the beat hits here, the beat hits here, and then it just kind of helps visually see where you need to change notes, where things are changing with the metronome, stuff like that. All right, let's do it one more time. Let's go ahead and speed it up a little. We won't go crazy. We'll do 80 for this one. Okay? 1, 2, 1, 2. Ooh, that actually did feel kind of fast. So yeah, just make sure you pay attention to the end there. This is very much a tongue workout, isn't it? Okay, on to our last one, polka, exercise 8, okay? We're still in the same key signature, now we're into 2-4, okay? So that makes it a little bit easy, but we do still have the combination of the 8ths and the 16ths, okay? And 1/16 is even written out. Why is that one written out? Because it's not on the same note, okay? So all our other 16th notes, say if it's on a B, this is moving. You can't mark it like that. You'd have to show what notes you want to play. So that's why that one's marked out. Same thing with that 8th note there towards the end, or any of some of the other 8th notes. It's because they're not on the same note. They change notes. They have to be written out. All right, let's go ahead and give this a try. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, excellent job, okay? That's kind of a fun, upbeat piece. Take note, this is Allegro, so it is gonna go faster than that. If you even struggled with that, remember, simplify it, play it without those articulations, get it solid, get your regular beated rhythms going, get your fingerings down, and then add in those articulations for the abbreviations, okay? But for now, let's go ahead and continue on. We're gonna speed it up a little, and we're going to use the metronome, because the metronome, once again, really helps with these, okay? So I'm gonna start us off at 80, because we're already there. Ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. All right, excellent job. Take note in the third line, last measure, that those are regular quarter notes, okay? So it's gonna just feel a little slow for just a slight moment. All right, let's go ahead and take our tempo up even more. Let's see, maybe we could do this. All right, I'm gonna do this to 100 because this is Allegro, it is faster. Give it your best shot, you can do it though. All right, ready? 1, 2, 1, 2. right, excellent job. We did it. All right, so if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please let me know down in the comments. While you're down there, don't forget to hit like, notify, and subscribe so you don't miss any of our practices. Thanks for joining, and until next time.